So this helps you, as I just said, to optimize customer portfolios. So to acquire, to clone those customers which are platinum customers, to acquire qualitatively and not quantitatively the best customers. This helps you to retain the best customers and to abandon the baddest customers. And this helps you to make cross-selling when you see that your customer share of wallet, that is the percentage of expenditures in the brand, are low, but the potential of the customer is high through CLV. This helps you to do cross-selling in order to convince your best potential customers to buy more in the brand, to increase the customer share of wallet. And yeah, you can balance the acquisition of new customers, focus on the best customers, and try to retain the best customers. So this is what we call, I think you asked the question in the first course, what means resource allocation? And this is actually exactly what we mean with resource allocation. It means that you should segment the customers according to customer lifetime value, and you allocate most resources to the best customers to have long-term profit on the long term, and you allocate resources to those customers with high potential, which could bring you benefits in the future. For example, you as students who have a high potential in the future, and you reduce allocations to customers who have no value, no potential, in order to get rid of them, to abandon these customers. And so this is actually you fix priorities according to customer value segmentation. And this is what you can see here. Here's a segmentation according to CLV. You see that some customers, 5% of customers, bring 30% of the profits. 15% of customers bring 2/3 of the profit. And 1/3 of the customers, 30%, bring 80% of the profit. On the other hand, you see that 70% of the customers only bring 20% of the profit. And so you have different tiers. So your platinum customers here, you have your gold and silver customers, and the ivory customers have basically no value. And so in terms of resource allocation, this means that you should invest or allocate main resources to tier A, the platinum customers, and tier B, which are divided loyals. And so these are 100% loyal, these are divided loyals. And so this means that the divided loyals spend one part of the amounts in a competitive brand. So you have a high potential. If you manage to increase the share of wallet, you have a high potential of growth for these divided customers, as you have for multi-loyals, because they buy in 3 different stores. So if you make them switch the customer share of wallet from the competitive stores to your store or to your brand, then you have also big potential of growth. But this means that actually, by focusing only on 30% of your customers, you get 80% of your revenues. And this last tier, the tier D, or the ivory customers, actually you have not to spend anything on them, because they bring you very few money, very few revenues. And so the main focus should thus be done on your A and B and C customers, and mainly on the A customers. And this is actually a segmentation, a real segmentation I did for casino supermarkets. So it comes from the database, and so that is why it's important to segment your database according to transactional data, according to, for example, RFM or customer lifetime value segmentations, because this can help you to decide to which customers you should orientate mainly your resources. Summary, we have seen segmentation today, which means that you have to divide heterogeneous markets into smaller segments that can be reached more efficiently with products, service that match the unique needs. It results in resource allocation optimization. And so you offer the best fitting products to customers according to what they need, and you focus your efforts on the most profitable segments. you should do an arbitration between acquisition and retention. Acquisition of qualitatively good customers, which are similar to your platinum or VIP customers. This can be done with individual indicators, measuring on the customer level the success of marketing efforts through the different activity metrics we have seen today. So, for example, SEOW's share of wallet, RFM, customer value, customer duration. So all this can be used and should be used to measure customer value, to prioritize customers, and to differentially invest in them for optimal resource allocations. And it makes sense to use all of these indicators. Right? Makes no sense to use only recency or only frequency or the purchase amount, because actually, if you, as you have seen for the RFM example, if you focus on recent customers, you might small customers who buy recent and frequently, but not for very important amounts. If you focus on only the monetary amount, you might focus on customers who are not buying very often and who might be dormant or inactive customers. That is why an indicator of loyalty, of customer value, should be done based on a multidimensional basis. That is on recency, frequency, monetary amount, share of wallet, and ideally it should be CLV, because CLV includes all of these indicators. It includes all sources of benefits, so the recency, frequency, monetary amount of the past and the future. It includes also the cost basis. It includes the potential of cost reductions, as we have seen formerly. So the CLV indicator is the best indicator of all to determine customer value. And finally, if you aggregate all the CLV, you come then to the customer equity index, which is the overall value of all CLV and all actually marketing efforts that are valued and summarized in the aggregated customer equity indicator. And finally, to conclude, so you see here clearly the difference between traditional rough aggregated marketing and performance indicators, such as market share and sales, which are not very interesting because you see only on the aggregate level. Here, by doing it individually, you see clearly what happens if you invest €1 in one individual customer data and one individual customer. You can see directly the impact on share of wallet, on recency, on frequency, on monetary amount, or even subsequently on customer lifetime. So this is very important to fix, and that is why CRM is replacing traditional transactional marketing based on aggregate rough indicators. So that's important to understand, and that is why database marketing is so important. The database is the heart of this strategy to calculate this value, to orientate better resources, and then to personalize the relationship. Now that's what I wanted to explain you today for this lecture.